You were the kid who figured things out early. Adults called you advanced. Teachers said you were ahead of your age. You didn't need to study much, but the grades still came. Everyone told you the same thing over and over. You have so much potential. And now you feel stuck. You look at your life and see unfinished plans, ideas that never turned into anything, projects you started and quietly abandoned. You tell yourself you're lazy or that you wasted your intelligence. Sometimes you even wonder if you were never that smart to begin with. But here's the truth most people never tell you. You're not lazy, and you didn't lose anything. You're trapped in a very specific psychological pattern, and once you see it, everything starts to make sense. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you feel frozen and how to finally move forward without burning yourself out. We're taught that potential is a blessing, but for the brain, potential often becomes pressure. It turns into a quiet fear. What if I try and prove I'm not special after all? When you were young, you weren't praised for effort, you were praised for being naturally smart. That trained your brain to believe something dangerous. If it doesn't come easily, something must be wrong. So now, difficulty doesn't feel like growth, it feels like exposure. Psychology calls this a fixed identity trap. You avoid hard work not because you don't care, but because trying threatens the image you were given. Doing nothing feels safer than trying and discovering your limits. That's why procrastination shows up, not as laziness, but as protection. In your mind, failing without trying feels less painful than trying and being average. A 0 feels better than a 60 because a 0 means you never tested yourself. A 60 means this is where you actually stand. So you choose potential over progress. There's another layer to this. You know what good work looks like. Your taste is high, your standards are sharp, but your skills haven't caught up yet because you never allowed yourself to struggle long enough. You start something, see the gap immediately, and quit. Not because you're incapable, but because being bad feels unbearable. So how do you break the cycle? You change the goal. Instead of aiming to do impressive work, you aim to finish imperfect work. Set a short timer. 20 minutes. Your only job is to complete something messy, unfinished, and flawed. A bad draft, a rough attempt, something that proves to your brain that imperfection isn't dangerous. This rewires the reward system. You stop rewarding identity and start rewarding action. Research on mindset shows the difference clearly. People praised for talent protect their image. People praised for effort build resilience. You were trained for the first path, but that doesn't mean you're stuck there. Struggling doesn't mean you lost your intelligence, it means you're finally using it. Being gifted was a description of your childhood, not a life sentence. Intelligence isn't something to preserve, it's something to apply, imperfectly, over and over. Real intelligence isn't about having answers instantly, it's about staying with a problem when it stops feeling comfortable. So here's the real question. If the label smart disappeared tomorrow, what would you finally allow yourself to try? Because the person underneath that label is the one who can actually build something